Hey everybody. So I went and did some corrections to my book because the publisher needed a few more things to be corrected since I made some other corrections. Anyways, so I did some waterfalls and I wasn't planning to do waterfalls today, but here's the interesting thing. So I didn't feel like doing waterfalls on the day that I was feeling sick. Okay, like I was dealing with symptoms of the upgrade, which was a couple days ago. I just didn't even feel like doing the J juice. I think I drank a little bit just to see if it would take away the pain, but I really had no real like desire to do any waterfalls. Like I wasn't trying to take away the pain. I was actually just wanting to sit with the pain and just deal with it because I knew my body was going through a process. The hormones, the healing hormones, the prostaglandin hormone was being expressed. It needed to be expressed. I didn't need to accelerate the healing process. I knew my body was equipped enough to handle it during that day and then go through the filtration process at night. And then the next day I felt amazing, like my energy was back. The next day, yesterday, I felt my energy was amazing. And then today, you know what? I felt really good. And I was on the Facebook Live with you guys. I wanted to maybe wake up even more than just my coffee. So I just drank like maybe a cup or two of my juice because I don't do waterfalls. I haven't done waterfalls in a while. It's been probably, let's say, since the beginning when I first started the juice, the white salt. Okay, so and then after that, my body got into a good rhythm and I felt wonderful and amazing. But going through this upgrade with the stupid coronavirus, you're going to have to go through the body taking out the excess, parsing it off into your filtration glands, and then you have to release it. And then, so what I would suggest if you do feel symptoms, you don't necessarily have to do the waterfalls. I mean, you could, but you can go through the symptoms, just relax and go through the symptoms, the process. And then when you feel better, then drink the J juice. Because you feel better, you feel strong, and then you'll be strong enough to then take the J juice, do the waterfalls, and release any excess stuff that's still hanging out in your colon, still hanging out in your lymph nodes, still hanging out in areas that maybe your body didn't get rid of. Because when you poop, you're always leaving poop behind. So that's why the J juice exists, is that way it forces everything that didn't get out when you were naturally pooping without any help. It forces the excess that you left behind to get out. And when you waterfall and it's becoming a bit clearer, it's not so cloudy, then you're getting pretty much 99% of the excess that was left in there. It's now out of the body. And now I feel like, oh my God, I feel like I'm just buzzing and I'm awake. I feel amazing, like completely the opposite of what I felt like 2 days ago. But it was something that, that's in the environment. Good morning, Melrose. And my body had a process, so I was a bit more tired for about a week, but I wasn't feeling sick. And then I think everything came to a head the other day. And that's why I think I felt the headache and even more fatigue, because my body was now utilizing the resources that I've given it, over the years. And it is now applying those resources properly to properly regenerate and release. And then once I got my energy back and the body wasn't utilizing all these resources to go after any kind of excess, then I was strong enough to take my juice, drink it, then do the waterfalls, and then release anything more that may be left in there. And now I'm like, holy crap, I feel like a new person. So that's kind of another technique to understand when it comes to the healing process, because some of you are not going to want to do waterfalls when you're feeling like crap, when you're going through the upgrade. Let's say you have a headache. Let's say you feel pain. Let's say you have skin issues. Yeah, you can use a J juice on your skin. Okay. But sometimes you just have to just sit and watch Netflix and watch a movie and just deal with, or go to sleep and just deal with the pain. And then when you feel better, like you feel like you're getting your strength returning, maybe you don't really feel like doing the J juice, don't let your body get to where you're now in this homeostasis. And then when you're strong enough, then do the J juice, get the waterfalls, and then you will see your body bounce back like 50 times fold. Okay, so there's so many ways to strategically apply the J juice and fit in the healing time without thinking that every single time you have a healing symptom, you have to go and take J juice to try to disappear it. Okay, sometimes it's okay to just deal with and relax with the pain, relax with the upgrade. Yeah, it doesn't feel great, it doesn't feel comfortable. I mean, but if you start trying to disappear pain right away and you haven't earned it yet, you have to allow your body to go through the proper protocols. And if you're giving it what it needs, it will go through the proper protocols. If you're not doing JJUS and you don't do anything about your pain, then you may not have what it takes to get through the next level. So that's why people turn to anti-inflammatories, antibiotics, antivirals, antifungals, anti-parasites, antimicrobials, because they don't have what it takes to really heal at the cellular level. So that's why they need, intervention. But if you're on the J juice, you already have what it takes to sustain and help your body get through the upgrade. And so you just deal with whatever pain you're dealing with. Yeah, you can do the J juice, try to disappear it, but you may not. J juice is not supposed to be a painkiller. If you happen to earn it like that because you're that efficient in adapting, then that's great. But it doesn't always happen. Sometimes these viruses are so aggressive that you have to go through the pain process. You can't try to disappear it with any anti-inflammatory or even the J juice, because it's not possible, because you have to go through the process. You have to embrace the healing process. If you're always trying to disappear the pain, even with the J juice, thinking that you've earned it, it's not always going to happen that way. That's not the point of J juice, is to disappear the pain. The point of J juice is to know that your body is supported to get through that process. So when you're strong enough to release the excess of the excess, you will, and then you will bounce back 1,000 times, 1,000-fold. Okay? And so just getting out of the brainwashing of trying to disappear pain with J juice or with an anti-inflammatory is so difficult. When you face the pain, you face the things that you're afraid of. That's the whole point of J juice, is to face the demons and be strong enough to fight them. Okay? So even in the J juice world, it's hard not to fall into, I gotta disappear the pain. The J juice, have I earned it yet to where I can take J juice and the pain disappears? Potentially. But you don't know what kind of viruses are being released from a communicable person or from someone intentionally doing it. Who the hell knows? So you might as well learn how to work with the adaptation process. And when your body says relax, when your body says, okay, you need to chill out, though, back when we were in the rat race before the coronavirus, some people had no choice but to take intermediaries to go and bring in the hormones to cover up the pain so they can still go to work and then completely degrade themselves, right? So now we're having a reset. Now you have the option to stay at home. You have the option now to go and freaking sleep. You don't need to go and clean out your whole house. I mean, your house will be fine no matter what. Some of you that want to be so productive and so up and and doing all this stuff, maybe this is the time where you heal and you seal and you freaking relax and you give yourself permission to, because the government's giving you permission. Your friends and family are giving you permission. I'm giving you permission. I've given you permission, but some of you have been on the rat race so long that you can't, it's very hard for you to prioritize yourself over your job or money or all that. And I see it and I know it. Okay, so now you have no choice but to just deal with the healing portion of it. Some of you will have eczema and psoriasis will come to surface, okay? And you will have to deal with it. Yeah, you can use it J juice topically, but will you actually earn the right to have it disappear like that? Probably not. It just depends. And then when you're strong enough, when you feel like you've gotten over that hump after that healing process, and you're like, okay, I feel a little bit better, then go and do more waterfalls and release the excess. It'll bring on more symptoms. Okay, you sit with that for a minute. You don't take any more J juice. You sit with that for a minute. You get back to then where you're feeling strong enough again. You drink more J juice, release the excess, and you have more symptoms. And that's kind of the cycle. That's the cycle. But you have to understand how to do it in a strategic way. So Mel Rose saying, my first bit was tough. The juice was cutting through all the toxins, yeast, inflammation. I could feel everything going through my gut for 2 days. I felt like I was drowning. I knew what was happening. And then I took 2 days off until I was feeling better. Today's another jug day. Waterfalls to get out of the excess talk. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Foamy stuff. Yeah. I mean, you're going to see a bunch of stuff come out of your body that you're like, holy crap, was I harboring all of that? Oh my God, what's this long worm? Oh my God, what's this mucoid plaque? I mean, I'm telling you, you guys are harboring some stuff in your body that you don't even know that you don't even know. And then some of you don't even want to know because it's like moving and whatever. But that's okay. Those things helped you survive. Those things helped you get to wherever you are today. And now you're going to support your body with the right nutrition. You're not going to need the parasites or the excess parasites. You're going to still have parasites in your body, but they're not going to be the ones that are going to cause infection. Infection is excess. Infection is too much of any one entity in your microbiome. Okay? So, with the whole thing with the J juice, now that you have time to quarantine yourself, you have the white salt, you have the cabbage. You're not going to run out of cabbage. You're not going to run out of kale. Don't worry about that. Okay. Some of you are worried you're going to run out of everything. Don't worry about that. And just take everything in stride. I mean, the president, they're saying that they're going to keep food stocked at the stores. The farmers are going to do the best they can. I mean, we have so many people at different levels and different stages of health that we have to assume that there are some farmers, especially the cabbage farmers, are going to still be producing and going and making sure that we have enough food in the food supply, okay? So we can't freak out and think that we're going to run out of food. We cannot fall into that. That's when people really start going off the deep end. We have to have some level of sanity to get through and show people that it's going to be okay. There are going to be people that are going to not survive this. We know that. Not everybody is going to die, but some people are. But you're not going to be the ones. And then at some point, we're going to reconfigure our society. And when there's no jobs in the bars because the bars are closing down and people can't afford to open back up again, maybe it's time to be a cabbage farmer. Maybe it's time to be a kale farmer. If there is a need, you will have the strength to fulfill the need. So don't worry about, scarcity. Right now, we're going to still deal with those that are still strong enough to handle the food supply and keep producing it and keep food on the shelves and in the produce section. But you freak out, it's not going to help your friends and family or you. All right? So just remember that there is a process, there is a rhythm with J juice. You drink a bunch of J juice, you get your symptoms, relax, okay? And then you drink more J juice, release the excess. You probably get more symptoms, relax, deal with it. And then you get strong enough, you do more waterfalls, maybe you get more symptoms, relax, and then hopefully you won't have any more symptoms because your body is now upgraded to the current conditions. And it's going to be in a continuous process for those of you that still have stages and stages of healing that you have to go through. Some of you have 5 stages of healing to go through. Some of you have 100 stages of healing to go through. And now you don't have anything else except for your family to take care of at the house and the time. Okay? You're at the house. The only thing you can go to is a grocery store and a pharmacy, I guess, if you're on a prescription medication. Watch some freaking Netflix. Watch your cable TV. Watch your YouTube. Watch my videos. Drink the J juice. Eat your food. Make sure your kids aren't running you ragged. Make sure they stay in the house. Make sure they're not going off gallivanting. That's right there in of itself is going to be hard for some of you who've never dealt with your kids on a 24/7 basis. And I understand. When my husband's home more often, I'm like, oh my God, you're underfoot. And he used to want to chase me around a lot more often. I'm like, nope, once a week. We're not doing more because we're not going to have a corona baby. We're not going to have a quarantine. Okay? I'm still sticking to my once a week thing. So he's going to be like trying to figure out how to fill his time with shopping and playing with this boat and playing with the CB radios because I'm not having a baby. Anyways, that's all I'm saying. But you guys have a good day, okay? Bye.